Here's what I was looking for. It's a piece written by Ralph Calibert, adjunct faculty of history at Virginia Tech. And he writes, the idea of a basic income for every person has been popping up regularly in recent years. Economists, think tanks, activists, and politicians from different stripes have toyed with the idea of government giving every citizen or resident a minimum income off which to live. This cash transfer could either replace or supplement existing welfare payments. Pilot projects and feasibility studies have been run or are underway in the Netherlands, India, Canada, Finland, France, and elsewhere. Even in the United States, the idea finds support. Alaska, for example, already divides its oil revenues among all its residents. Most arguments in favor or against basic income have focused on its feasibility, its simplicity, its promotion of personal independence, or effectiveness at reaching those who fall through the cracks of the welfare state. However, the most important advantage of basic income may not be in its practical application, but rather in how it could change the way we think and talk about poverty and inequality. Giving every resident an unconditional grant, regardless of whether you are a billionaire or destitute, is a significant departure from our existing welfare state. The latter offers only limited and conditional support when working is not an option. Think about this. Some libertarians like basic income because it promises a leaner state without a large bureaucracy checking people's eligibility and policing their behavior. Others see it as enabling entrepreneurialism, the poor helping themselves. On the left, many see basic income as an opportunity to plug numerous holes in the social safety net or even free people from wage slavery. For feminists, basic income is a successor to the old demand for wages for housework. Pilot projects suggest that simply giving money to the poor could successfully tackle poverty. In Namibia, poverty, crime, and unemployment went down as school attendance went up. In India, basic income recipients were more likely to start small businesses. Our current answers to poverty and inequality stem from Fordism, the New Deal, Henry Ford, the New Deal and social democracy. They center on wage labor, get more people into jobs, protect them in the workplace, pay better wages, and use taxes on wages to fund a limited system of Social Security and welfare. It would seem that to get people out of poverty, you need to give them jobs. Politicians across the spectrum agree. Is there a politician who does not promise jobs? In most of the global South, whole generations are growing up without realistic prospects for employment. We cannot develop the world solely by getting people into jobs, encouraging them to start small businesses, or teaching them how to farm as if they didn't already know. The painful reality is that most people's labor is no longer needed by increasingly efficient global chains of production. In economic speak, a large portion of the world's population is surplus to the needs of capital. They have no land, they have no resources, and no one to whom they can sell their labor. Thus, to believe that jobs or economic growth is going to address this crisis of global poverty seems naive. It's very frustrating when you know that there are solutions to some of this stuff that just seems to be eating away at our institutions and in our infrastructure and ourselves. And there's solutions, and they're not convoluted, confusing, Gordian knot style solutions. They're very simple. I guess that's what makes them so elusive. How can the idea of unemployment be solved so simply, not by screaming about factories coming back to the United States from China, but by simply guaranteeing everybody a guaranteed income? And as the research points out, that results not in people, spending their money on trips to the Bahamas or whatever. It results in people who lift themselves out of poverty, provide whatever kind of assistance necessary to get their kids in school. It starts small companies, entrepreneurship, whatever the hell the word is. I hate that word. It's so simple. And maybe that's why it's so elusive. What is it? Is something against the Christian religion that says you should not have a guaranteed income? You've got to get out and work and sweat and slave and bust your ass all your life so that you can die bent over and sick and tired and never having seen the kind of success you really wanted because you worked at a dead-end job for shitty wages? The solutions are very simple. Maybe that's why they're so elusive. But I do believe that Bernie Sanders is a start. You realize, I hope, if you're a Sanders supporter like I am, that he is only the beginning. He's not the ending of these ideas and schemes and dreams and common sense and plans. He's the beginning. And if he does manage to convince people that what he is proposing is what we all want, then maybe we can get this journey started before it ends.